Hey guys, Dina K. Reed here, and welcome to episode 2 of my micro podcast called Voice Notes. Now, let's get right into it. The topic today is My Life is a Fairy Tale. Yeah, everyone's lives are fairy tales, and everyone associates, the comparison of a fairy tale life to be one of perfection. When you guys have been watching fairy tales since you were children, did you not remember Cinderella, a beautiful young woman with a heart of gold, the most desirable young lady? She was mistreated by her stepmother. Her mother died. Trauma number one. Okay? Every time you hear a trauma, please just say trauma. Her mother died. Okay? Her father remarries a wicked woman who has two other daughters who don't like her. Cinderella, because she was always covered in cinders. Let's get a definition, shall we? Cinders, a fragment of ash. Now you all have to remember that Cinderella's father dies as well. So the stepmother just turned her into this maid, right? Fast forward, the king invites every eligible maiden in the kingdom to a fancy dress ball, where his son will be able to choose his bride. Cool. Now, Cinderella has no suitable party dress for her ball, but her friends, the mice and the birds. So, on top of her not having any dress, she don't have any friends either, so she can't go borrow no dress. So, it's up to the rat them and the bird them to make her a dress. Let's continue. As the hour draws late, the carriage to the ball arrives. However, having completed her chores but not having been able to work on her dress, she returns to her room claiming she isn't going. However, upon arriving, she is surprised by the mice and the birds as they reveal the alterations to her dress. Guys, get you some rats and birds. You're not gonna find no friends like them, Real friends. You also can't believe that after she ready to put on the dress, like her stepsisters destroy the dress. Cinderella rush outside, and like she gone into the bushes and she crying over the bench. Like she's saying at that point that no matter how hard she tries to believe, things will never get better for her. Moment of silence, guys. We've all been there. Yo, I wish I had some sound effects right now because I really feel, girl, I'm feeling like Cinderella right now. However, she suddenly hears a voice and encounters a cheerful woman. Well, this is basically like when people say they hear the Lord talking to them. You understand? Like a spiritual intervention. Yeah, we all go through this. See, our lives are fairy tales. Anyways, the woman claims she is her fairy godmother. Yeah, we're not really subscribe to that still. But and intends to help Cinderella go to the bar. Alright, cool, cool. I would have run still. But yeah, it's a fairy tale, it's fiction. But guys, it mirrors reality like we all go through trials. Using her magic wand, the godmother turns a pumpkin into a coach, right? Or four mice into horses and yada yada yada. Y'all know the rest. Now, the godmother cautions her that all these things will only last until midnight, when everything will turn back to normal. So Cinderella boards the pumpkin coach and is taken to the castle, right? So the ball is in full swing, boom, boom, boom. Prince greeting everybody, boom, boom, boom. And like, it's like, who this girl? You know? Who this? Time stop, everything stop. Cinderella walked through. So obviously, the prince leads Cinderella onto the palace gardens and the dance and the wonder and the magic and the sprinkles and everything. Now me and then the clock goes up, clang, clang. And she know what that means, so she run. She's a runner, she's a track star. Like the Duke was trying to catch her guys, but like she was running at full Shelly speed, so he couldn't catch her. Cinderella is a yardie still, so that's why she can run so fast. Yeah, so Cinderella apologizes to her friends for not leaving sooner, but claims she was enchanted with the prince. Yeah, we all can relate. You're smitten by this new guy that you like. Yeah, life is a fairy tale. So basically, next day the Duke say, "Yo, that girl was the girl. I need to bring this slipper and find the girl." Right? So basically, they come to the house, and the two stepsisters, them, I try squeezing in, and them a grease and slide, and it's not fitting because them and them size 10 can't fit in our size 8. Guys, do you even remember that the stepmother lock up Cinderella in the room because she never want them to know say our next girl in the house they can't try on the shoes? Imagine that. So the Duke finally got to Cinderella and he puts the slipper on, and guess what? It fits, okay? It fits. So basically, after that, guys, like the snippet always says that Cinderella being married to the prince with her mice and bird friends, watching her get into the carriage and riding off to a happily ever after, right? You really think that them living in the palace, right? Them not have no fights, them not have no disagreements, none of that. Do you really believe that after them ride off into the carriage, you just like sweet sailing from there? No. So whenever
Shout out
people
to
are like,
Harry and
"Oh, my
Meghan.
life is not a fairy tale," or "I don't have a fairy tale," I'm hoping for that fairy tale ending. Guys, you have to suffer first. You have to learn to love to suffer, because I did a video on this before where patience and suffering are literally synonymous. So if you don't have it in you to suffer, right, to be patient, then you can't expect to get the rewards. You can't expect to reap the rewards and you have not even been qualified, right? And another reason you guys can't even see that your life is a fairy tale is because you don't know how to practice gratitude. So, in positive psychology research, gratitude is strongly and consistently associated with greater happiness. Okay? So, when you come from nothing and cinders like Cinderella, her happily ever after to a lot of persons may not be a happily ever after, because people just complain about everything. Gratitude helps people feel more positive emotions, right? Improve their health, deal with adversity, and build strong relationships. It's because she know that her parents have died, her only family died, and now she have this new family now. Like the level of gratitude Cinderella was expressing was probably through the roof, through the sky, right? But a lot of us, let me not say us, a lot of people out there, just no matter how happy a home is or a situation is, they always find something to just pick at and just dampen the whole mood. So you have the potential to have a happily ever after. Probably right now you're happy, having a happy moment in your life, but you can't see it because you're not trained to extract positivity. You're only trained to express negativity, and you will never ever see the very fact that your life is a fairy tale. Your life is a fairy tale. Every single fairy tale has ups and downs. Snow White, Mulan, all of the Disney princesses have gone through hardships first and then a happy period in their life. And I'm pretty sure if the movie was following them, like keeping up with the princess, I'm pretty sure that after that chapter ended, they've had low moments again, and then high moments, and then low moments again, and then high moments. Not because their story ended on a high note doesn't mean that their life afterward didn't have obstacles. That's what life is all about. So, guys, our lives are fairy tales.